pretty.
Grand Rising, welcome to Wise Up with Blooming Lotus Wellness. This is Danyelle Claxton, your host. I am owner operator of Blooming Lotus Wellness, and today is June 12th. June
Mm-hmm.
12th.
Yep.
Today is June 12th, 2023. And we just got done talking about our weekends, what we did this past weekend. Oh, I forgot. Um, Friday and Saturday I went to a Tavaverse event, and we've been talking about the whole time we've been on the Elizabeth show, we've been talking about getting our finances together and getting our financial literacy together. Well, for the last year that I've been with Tava, they've been working on getting their financial literacy portion of the business set up. They actually linked up with one company last year and it didn't pan through. And then they got a woman by the name of Jewel Tankard. And apparently she is a financial guru. She came from another company. I can't remember what the name of the company because it still is in existence. For they do financial literacy as well, but she teamed up with the owner because hey, they're both from Detroit. So um they want to see Detroit thrive. They want to see us thrive. And she's taken over and created Tabaverse. I didn't realize that a lot of the instructors for Tabaverse were Detroiters, which is like, oh, this is even more fabulous. But what it is they have financial literacy. You have 5 classes that go on live each and every day. And those classes range everywhere from credit repair to investing, crypto, what is it? Real estate, and I forgot what the other one is. And even if you could always go back, and even if you miss it live, you can always go back in your library and watch everything at your own discretion and learn at your own pace and at your own time. It's not just that the fact they have classes, it puts you into a network of Black owned investors, Black what is it, Black banks, you know, there's 2 people in here in this that actually own banks that are actually loaning people money and doing the loans at a faster rate than your traditional white controlled banks and everything like that. So it puts you in Topiverse. That's why they call it Topiverse, because it's a universe of people getting the financial education and literacy. There are people who are buying property for the first time. There's people who are buying 2 and 3 properties, learning how to leverage, scale up. These are new words that I'm learning here. They are definitely, they had a property crawl here this weekend. So they took people around the city of Detroit and actually what to look for in a property to tell whether or not that property is worth the investment or not worth the investment. And just some of the people that I've met at this meeting outside the box, I mean, they're powerhouses. They are the millionaires. They're already millionaires and they're building more of that generational wealth, but they're actually teaching us how to build that generational wealth. So um yeah, I'm just like I'm so ready to learn and get this knowledge because I know we've been talking about it. We've been talking about learning, but like I said, these people they're doing it. And marketing. There's a girl in there that's like a marketing whiz, and she is dropping knowledge like nobody's business. Um, so yeah, I went there Friday. I met some people. I invited some people. Some people that showed up, and they're factoring this into their program because I mean, now is the time, especially if they have something available package for us to get this knowledge. I am so ready to get this knowledge. And I'm trying to find a quick video. I say a quick video because everything that they talk about topics, it's like almost an hour. I'm like, I don't want to sit here for an hour trying to explain this.
Mhm.
But it is a monthly subscription. It is a monthly subscription, and the monthly subscription is $142. And you know my brain, I'm like, you know what? Who can I go in threefold, fourfold? We could share the same account until, we split it until we actually get, where we can actually afford it by ourselves. But once again, this is knowledge, how to use the money that you already have and properly make it start making it work for you. I am in a space where I'm ready to work smarter, not necessarily harder. And, you know, yeah, I'm totally down for that. And they talk about assets and hard assets and the crypto assets and breaking it down to the point where it makes sense. So yeah, there's a team here. They are going to start having weekly meetings personally, because people like to get together. We like to get outside now. We like to get together instead of just being on the box all the time. And I'm definitely about to get invested because I want to know. I'm ready to know now. They do talk about trust. I forgot to mention that, Mama Sheila. They talk about, they also have people there. So because it is a network, you have people there who are, this is their line of business. This is what they do. You know Keith Liddell, don't you, Sheila? Or the last name Ellis Liddell. Does that name sound familiar?
Mhm.
So him and his wife just joined because he was there. And see, I know Ellis Liddell's name because I know he works for Queen Afua. So to see
Oh,
him
okay,
in
that's what
person,
it was. Yeah. Hmm.
to see him in person and to know that he's a part of Topiverse, I was like, oh, oh, okay. So I need to talk to you because he owns a financial company. He does real estate investments. He does a lot. He has an insurance company to go along with the title company, to go along with the real estate company. I was like, okay, I see where you're flowing with all this. So there are some names that's starting to pop up within this. And I'm like, you know what? I want to be a part of it. So I'm trying to find a quick short video. Um, I want to say, is there any questions so far as to what I just said? No? I know it's just you and Mama
No,
Evelyn. Okay. So yeah, I'm like excited. I was taking notes. I don't know
Ebony
if you
is
know, I
here
got
as
a
well.
huh?
I would
Who?
say Ebony is here as well. You said,
Oh, Grand Rising Ebony. See, I don't have it. I don't have where I have the. Let me put it on where I can see the. Okay,
mhm.
I couldn't see who was on here. I just saw myself. I'm sorry.
Been on there for a long time.
I'm sorry. Hi, Ebony. I'm so sorry. um, yeah, I'm just excited. I'm just excited. I'm like, this, this, it's all packaged together. Is there.
Mm.
And I am so, like I said, I'm looking for a few people who don't mind sharing a subscription because I think Mom Lorraine is one. And I'm like, okay, if I find one more, that makes it even more feasible. If it's four people, it's okay. We can share my account for all I care. It's just as long as we have access to the knowledge to go in and learn. I, I was so excited. I got a new iPad Air. I'm writing notes down like nobody's business. Because they're talking about they're talking, and even though I don't understand all the terms that they're talking about, I do know that the more I listen, the more I hear it, the more the more I know it's going to make sense. Because, like I said, we've been talking. Robert Kiyosaki came up a lot in the conversation, and we all know who Robert Kiyosaki is. And I'm like, this is the financial education that we don't get as being, regular people. We don't get this type of stuff. Which rich folks, rich kids, they're listening to this conversation all the time, so they get it vicariously. Whether they use it or not, that's up to them. But it's time for us to start having these kind of wealth building, asset building, scaling, leveraging. We need to have more of these conversations and engage some of these words into our daily vocabulary. So even if we're on a small scale, we can still scale from the scaling from where we're at. You know what I'm saying? We're still growing our business. We're still expanding everything. Um, you know, it's time to take things to the next level. I finally talked to a contractor about getting my Yoni steam pots constructed. And I'm ready to start doing what I love doing. And I know the money comes in from doing what you're passionate purpose about. So I enjoy help people heal. I enjoy helping people grow and expand. And yeah, we're ready to do this. So yeah, that's what's going on right now. That was a big one right there. And I really do, I am going to connect more with the people who are here because I didn't realize there was a team here. And it's just about, it's more than just getting this money. It's knowing what to do with this money. That's what's
So is it, so you have Tava, which you pay monthly, and this other program, that's a separate, it's a
okay.
part of Tava, but it's a separate payment, right?
So okay. So yeah, so basically there are Tava is comprised of three different divisions. There's Tava Fit, Tava Verse, and Tava Lifestyle. Tava Lifestyle is the travel portion. Tava Fit is the nutritional side, the products. And then Tava Verse is the financial education. There are there's three different sides to it. Now, they do have it set up where you can join Tavaverse and you can join with the products, join with the products. I got to find that slide, but there's a way that you can join Tavaverse and still get your products to have to sell and your financial literacy. You do not have to purchase the products monthly in order to keep your subscription. You just pay the 140, 142 a month for your financial education. But you can start with just one payment and still get, whether it's the personal pack, the business pack, of course, at the actually, I'm actually gonna go to my website because I can pick up the slide so you can actually see it. But they are running a special. They've been running a special because they want to get up to 1,000 subscribers for the financial literacy. Right now, I believe they are at 300 from the last time that I heard Tavaverse. And because the idea basically, which makes sense, if you come in as a business owner, let's say at the $500 level, you're getting $500 worth of products that could yield you $1,000 to $1,200, depending on how you sell them. Well, if you sell them and sell them out quickly, guess what? You literally have your financial education for like maybe the next 6 months based off what you just sold, if you choose to do it that way. And if not, then you can always pull it out, go back, use the money that you just made from the products that you just sold, and then turn around, buy more products and do more sale and just keep it flowing. I'm sorry. I'm still getting used to this iPad, which I absolutely, absolutely love. Okay. So yeah, I'm just getting the slide. I don't know why I didn't think to go to my resource center because I'm like, everything is there. TAVA. And I'll show you, and I'll play a clip so you can see how they have it set up. Social media, business tools. And I love their resource because it's like, oh, okay, I can just go in here and find what I'm looking for. That's the recipes, presentation. Here we go, Tapaverse. Okay. So if you give me control of the screen, I can show you. I can show you. Okay. Can you give me the power, Mama Sheila? Okay. What are we doing? Okay. Okay, you see my screen?
Yes. Mhm.
Okay, so this right here is the presentation. Of course, they have the income statement. They're not guaranteeing you that you're going to make money off of this. Of course, they have to let you know that because we're not selling you, oh my God, you're gonna, if you have the education, yes, you will, and you follow through, yes, but we're not gonna say, hey, this is what you do. They have to do that disclosure, you know. Like they say at the bottom, success for Tava results only from hard work, dedication, and leadership. So you hear me talk about Kenny and Shantae Lloyd all the time. These are the founders of Tava. They actually came over from TLC. They had the opportunity to create their own company and they jumped on it. And they wanted to make sure that we had something for ourselves to actually help ourselves. Um, and Tava's going on 4 years strong come October. So this is Kenny and Shantae Lloyd. And like I say, Kenny is from Detroit, Michigan. So he knows us, he knows the city, he knows how we are and who we are, and is dedicated to making sure that his hometown does better, that we have some stake in what's going on within our city. So Jewel Tankard, this is the woman who is over Tavaverse. She's a doctor of economics and finance. So she's an advisor, she's a speaker, she's an educator, she's a mom, she's a wife, she's everything. And she is definitely a powerhouse. I had a chance to meet her this weekend, and she is excited to be doing what she's doing. So it is an e-commerce business. This is the part that you was asking about, Sheila. So there's Tavaverse, Tava Worldwide, and Tava Fit. And you join one, you literally join all three. They're not all subscription based. Tava Fit is subscription based only for your products, be it that personal or business. Tava Worldwide is the travel portal where you actually purchase points, and you use the travel portal to save almost anywhere between like 25 to 65% off of your hotel and car reservations from over 8,000 locations in the world. So this is a way of saving money while you're making the money and saving the money. You need that rest and relaxation. You're saving money traveling anywhere. Even if it's down the Shinola Hotel downtown Detroit, you can save, instead of paying $400 a night, you can go ahead and probably pay, I don't know, 325 or 300 or whatever. Actually have some savings on that for having your travel points. And then Tavaverse is the financial education. So there's three different divisions. I'm only like for me right now, I'm only committed to Tavaverse to make sure I have my personal products and whatever extra products I need by which to sell. But I am creating that way to make sure that I can get my financial education when it comes to Tavaverse. So does that explain your answer your question?
Mhm.
Okay. So there we go. The physical representation, health and wellness, travel, and financial education. And realize as a distributor, if you decide to become a distributor, every time you sign somebody up for auto ship with the health and wellness, or they purchase travel, or they jump in for financial education, you get a commission for signing that person up. So it's another revenue stream that fits into the model of everything that we're doing as far as health and wellness, the travel, and then getting our financial education on. So it does have some benefit. There are some benefits to you getting, what it is that you're getting out of it, but also sharing it with other people as well. And I don't know anybody that don't need any one or two or all three of these. And so the stats is that over 75% of American teens lack confidence in their knowledge of personal finance. 25% of Americans don't have anyone they could ask for trusted financial guidance. 23% of US adults ages 18 to 29 have credit card debt that's over 90 days due. And Americans owe over $800 billion in credit card as of the first quarter of 2022. I know I owe some people. I know I don't like this debt. This debt that's over me, I don't like it. It doesn't feel good. It does not feel good. So with the Tavaverse, it's like elevate your financial IQ, leverage assets, learn how to make smart investments, manage your money more effectively, and make more informed decisions about your financial future. You can also gain global understanding of the global market trends and make better decisions to take advantage of the opportunities as they arise. And then there's exclusive financial institutions that use products and services to protect. So basically, you're getting information that and access to stuff that you just won't get just being a regular Joe Smo Smokatelli,
Mhm.
because there are people on the inside that have access to this. So it says, who is top of verse 4? Anyone that has a business or runs real estate or has a desire to own business or real estate. Some people here might be like, why do I don't want to own real estate. You know, having a house or two that actually pays for your mortgage makes kind of sense. Having a renter or two pay for the big things in your life, takes off certain. It makes sense for us to have one or two or three or four units. I'm not saying we have to be multi-unit, have all these units, but having an asset that as it's actually bringing in some wealth to your business, I mean to your family's life, does make sense. So, real estate is something that I think we all should have. And I've heard stories of people who families used to, be landlords, and they didn't realize they were landlords. They didn't realize they had tenants. They didn't realize that the person that was paying, their monthly rent was also paying the mortgage. So their family had more money, was able to leverage their money and their budget better because something else was taking care of this. So I'm like, oh, okay. You have people who are transforming their mindset. So the mindset of going from fixed mindset to a growth mindset, growth in assets, growth in business opportunities, just growth over, and that's what the Elizabeth is about. We are growing ourselves and our personal development, understanding how to trust your financial gut. I know that's something that I definitely am on board, and building your belief. So they talk about the global economics, understanding the state of the economy and trends in the market, leveraging economic happenings for your financial opportunity, and using financial news for better decision making. I know sometimes I can listen to that news and I'm like, y'all talking a foreign language to me. I have no idea what you're talking about. Real estate first time or investors, understanding how to leverage markets, determining what area of real estate you want to be involved in. Is that commercial? Is that real estate? And learning tactics and strategies to maximize the real estate arena. In the city of Detroit, you can buy lots for like less than $500. And there's a lot of land in Detroit. Like Detroit is one of the largest cities land-wise. We're larger than Jacksonville, Florida. Land-wise, Detroit is a large city. And if you've ever driven around the city of Detroit, you'll know that we have there's a lot of abandoned houses that are being torn down, but you can buy those lots for like as low as $500 and just maintain the property taxes until you figure out exactly what you want to do. You could put a container home on there. You can there are small tiny houses that you could do. Like, it's not big huge developments that you can actually do on these lots. It could be, you could put a small tiny house community on there where the houses are less than $10,000. They're for a single person. There's opportunity out here, is all I'm saying. There's a possibility. Funding, and I know this is all something that we all as small businesses are something that we need. Understand the must-haves to be approved for funding. We all talk about grants and getting grants for our businesses. Do we have our websites? Is our social media in order? Can people just go easily, visibly, and see that we are active and that we are doing, that our business is doing what it's doing? Learning tactics banks use to give you the advantage. Yeah, I need to know exactly what more do I need to do so that you can give me 5, 10, 15, $20,000 or more to grow, to scale and grow my business. And implementing creative strategies to position you to receive funding with little out of pocket. Yeah, that's the biggest thing. Being able to get funding without having come out of pocket. They talk about credit, understanding how credit correlates to business, learning the steps to get your credit to where it needs to be, and leveraging your credit to create cash flow. So they're not talking about credit repair. It's actually us understanding how credit works and how we can have credit work for us. And then they talk about systems, positioning yourself to have more time by implementing the helpful tools, learning the top things every person or business needs to increase productivity, and creating a well-oiled machine for your business. So they're giving us how to I remember, I think it was Friday with Mama Evelyn talking about having people help her create her dial modes and different things of that nature. So they're going to actually help us get the operations of our businesses together so that we can step away and still make businesses or duplicate ourselves so that we can still um, make money without running ourselves ragged, trying to wear all the hats of an entrepreneur and keep it moving, taking us from that space of entrepreneur to straight business owner. And then marketing, branding and brand recognition, the 4 P's of marketing, and making your presence known. So this is the partners portal. When you become part of Tabaverse, you have access to partners who this is their field, the funding, the banking, the credit, the tax, the real estate and bookkeeping. And then they're also coming out with precious metal, gold and silver. So you got you have 6 sessions per week. So that's literally 6 days a week, access to all the replays and 5 minutes of questionnaire. So they do this daily and they do it live. But if you can't structure it around to be there live, you can always go back and replay, sit down with your coffee, with your notebook, and sit there and get the education that you need. And a lot of the educators, you can reach out to them on social media. You can inbox them, hey, I have a question about this, that, and the third, and they will respond back to you. They are committed to making sure that we get this education. So it's not like you just stuck in the box on the video. You could reach out to them and actually get questions to your answers. So that's one thing I love about real estate field trips with investment opportunities. Yeah, they're gonna take you on field trips. They Detroit is one, but they're gonna start doing field trips in all the major cities: Chicago, DC, Atlanta, and so forth. So yeah, you don't have to be an owner of just property here in Detroit because you live in Detroit. You can have real estate opportunities in Atlanta or real estate opportunities, wherever. So it's not just here. And then you also with the educators too. So you get to actually be with them, ask them your questions, pick their minds and different things of that. That's what they did this weekend. And I wasn't, because of my time constraint, I wasn't able to do the field trip. But the next, I believe they're going to be here July 6th. The next one, I definitely plan on being a part of the field trip because there's something about looking at property. I don't know if you guys have ever done that, but they have open houses for all types of property. Everything from single family homes here in Detroit to big multi-million-dollar mansions being built, mini mansions being built out in Rochester Hills. I know me personally, I had the great opportunity with my beloved to actually attend a hard hat party. And if you've never attended a hard hat party, that's where they're built. You literally see the house being built. It's not even complete, but you get to see the innards of the house being built along with the picture of what the house is going to look like in the development that's already done. And you have to wear a hard hat to actually, protect your head to see everything. It is definitely something to see a house being built. And then you can actually get into your mind and your creativity and actually see yourself how you could envision your family or whatever. And it is a beautiful opportunity. So yes, I want to do more hard hat parties to actually see the construction of new construction. And, it's a good feeling. It's a really good feeling. And here, Sheila, this is what you was talking about. So 4 options to get started. You can actually join for as little as $200 with a smart financial kit. That means you get the T, the Valet 30, and 1 month of Tabaverse for $200. So that's like $50 off. The one that they really want people to do is probably the Vacia Detox Tea, the Valet 30, the Flare, 2 sample credits, which means you can send 2 samples of the detox tea to somebody for free, and 1 month of Powerverse for $300. They say that this one is the most popular. The Capital Accelerator Plan gives you the 1 month of the detox tea, 2 Valet 30s, a Flare, the Caprice Coffee, the Sexy, 3 credits, and 1 month of Tava. So that one bottle of liquid vitamin, could either be for you or Philip, because that one bottle literally is 30 days of liquid vitamins. Or you can actually sell that bottle. The bottle retails for cost you $45, sell it for $65, you got $20 in your pocket. or however you want to do it. And then they have the legacy elevation system. This is 5 detox teas, 5 Valet 30s, 5 energy tablets, 3 bags of the Caprice coffee, 2 Sexies, 5 sample, and Sexy is the CBD mood stimulant. That's the one you can put in your water, put in your drink, woosah, without having the carbs and the sugar of the edibles. Because of me, as being insulin sensitive, let's say it like that. That's what we gonna say. I have to be careful as the carbs that I take in. I love edibles, I do, but it's way too many carbs and way too much sugar. So I like my Sexy as an alternative because I can still get the relaxation from CBD without having to deal with the sugar and the extra carbs that come from most edibles. So I absolutely love it. So this one right here actually gives you more product to sell, plus 1 month of the Tabaverse. And then after this is just a one-time situation to get started. And then if you choose to just do the Tabaverse, it's $142 a month. And like I said, if you need to order products, that's different from you ordering products than your subscription with Tabaverse. No, this is how people are getting set up. So you can actually get started for as low as $200 and still have your personal products by which to sell. Or not, like that 300 count, that a 30 count detox tea. Like I said, you can get $300 by breaking it down and selling it 5 for 25. Here, try this sample. 5 for 25, 5 for 25, 5 for 25. I know there's a lot of people that come into the kitchen that need a good detox. You know what I'm saying? They need some detoxing. They need, to get rid of some toxins and different things of that nature. So technically, the financial smart kit is actually, it's a smart kit because if you're not going to do the detox tea yourself, but you are going to do the liquid vitamins, that 30 count can be $300 that will pay for it itself and give you an extra $100 to do an extra $100 literally can go towards next month's Tabaverse. That's how my mind is thinking. So this is how you get started. And like I said, the monthly subscription is $149. However, if you have another way of revenue that's coming in that can actually pay for that, then this is not a problem whatsoever. This is why I'm thinking me and Yoni Steams. My Yoni Steams are $75 for almost an hour and 15 minutes. If I do 2 people in 1 week, at least 2 people. You know what I'm saying? That's paying for my financial literacy. That's how I'm thinking right now. What can I do to make sure that I get this so that, I can get to that next level and owning and having a Yoni Steam store or a Yoni Steam shop where I have employees doing this and I'm not there every day. So, and a quick stop bonus of $450 when you enroll new distributor with one of our enrollment packs. So you make money when you sign up. You are a distributor, even if you're just doing the financial literacy. And when you sign up other people, you're making money. You're making money as well. So with the financial smart kit, let's say Sheila, you sign up under me, I get $50 bonus just for signing you up. If you sign up under that $200 level. If you sign up with a $300 level, I get $100. If you sign up at $500, I get $200. And if you sign up with $1,200, I get $450. Same thing applies to you when you become a distributor. You just share the information like I'm sharing it with you. And when people sign up, you get your quick start bonus. And then you explain to it just like, hey, somebody come in and be like, I want to do the 500 one. That's $200, extra $200 right there. So it's really, really good. It's really, really good. We also accept Sezzle. So, of course, they have the binary check match. This is an MLM, so that just means that at the different levels that you match up to, as people come in, your check matches their check. That's all that means right there. And then there's the binary pay. My thing right here is pretty much they also have a strategy for the smart ship. So we have something called smart ship, which means you have stuff on auto ship and you get your clients to come up on auto ship too. This is just what you can get weekly and monthly. And that's really what you want to get is actually have people have memberships and actually do the memberships so that money can come to you monthly. I'm about to go after my clients and get them to go on auto ship because I realize I've been missing out on money by not having them on auto ship. And so these are just some people giving their testimony. like I said, Tavaverse is just the opportunity I was looking for at the right time. I purchased a $1,200 package, and within a few days, I had my products delivered to my home. Submitted for beta testing and received approval for funding for 28,000 in 48 hours of starting the process. Excited about Tavaverse education. So, I mean, how many of us could use 28,000 right now? How many of us could use 20,000? Like for our business, like seriously. And Sheila, you having us do our business plans is right on point, because that's what the funders and the lenders and everybody, that's what they want to see. Your business plan. How are you going to use this money? Period. If you have something that you can submit the people, what does it look like to get funding within 48 hours by being placed in the right network with the right group of people who are going to assist you, because we have our shit together. This is freaking amazing. And then the other young lady said that through Tava Connecting Partners, I was approved for a personal loan for $100,000, a bank mortgage home loan, and the amount approval for investment property of 100K or more. She got 2 AMX business cards, no preset limit. So Tavaverse community has been right on time for me and my blessing, for her and her family. So they're giving us access. Of course, they're just not going to give it to us for free. Of course, you got the income disclosure statement. They're not promising anything, but this is it right here. I know it's a major investment, but I'm like, the investment that we do now is the investment that we do for our future. And like I said, to me, I'm gonna stop sharing. This is right on point for me, because we've been talking about this, and the fact that they packaged this together, the way that they packaged it, and it's us, people that look like us, is amazing. So I wasn't expecting to do this morning, but I'm glad that I am, because I'm gonna start doing more presentations, because it's so important for us. If we're talking about scaling and being in totally different positions this time next year, this is the education and the what they call it, the partners, the business partners, having those business partners that can give us what we need right now.
I say, Grand Rising, Mama Hat.
Grand Rising, Mama Hat, and
And
I got happy birthday, Lakeisha.
Grand Rising,
Grand Rising.
Happy birthday.
birthday to ya. Happy
Grand
birthday.
Rising. It's my birthday. It's my birthday. It's my
Happy
birthday.
birthday,
It's my birthday.
Lakeisha.
How you wonderful people doing today?
Great.
Good.
We're
Good.
good.
You look beautiful.
Alive.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you.
Lakeisha.
Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
Lakeisha, I pray, happy birthday, number one. And I pray that your parents had a wonderful time while creating you, even though they didn't know that's what they were doing. All right. And because of all the joy you have brought into our lives, if they didn't do their do, we wouldn't know you.
Oh, don't make me cry. I love you all so much. What a great way to start off my birthdays in with Elizabeth.
So to follow what Danyelle has been sharing, she's talking about the Tava business and the 3 areas that they have that you can get involved in. And because we're talking about finances, they also have that financial piece of learning, financial literacy. And because of what's happening in this world today, there's some stuff coming down, good, bad, and indifferent. So you got to get yourself ready. What I want to do, and this falls perfect for you, and what you're talking about, Danyelle, is I have a video, and I'd like us to watch that. And it's about 12 minutes. But as I'm saying about Friday, a lot of I really study Kiyosaki, and so some things he says it just as plain as like Danyelle was reading all the stuff all fine-tuned and stuff and know how to hit it right there. So I want to share this video with you, sisters. No, that's not what I do, Sheila. I gotta share. Like I said, this is Robert Kiyosaki, The Perfect Business.
Do you ever feel like you're backpedaling even though you're following the rules? You work long hours, tolerate your boss, you get an annual raise, and you try to save money and budget wherever you can.
Clearly, you're working the known system for financial success, but something is very wrong.
The rules are not working. The system is broken down.
You're barely making ends meet, let alone getting ahead.
And retirement? Forget it. You're living day by day. You want to build financial security and wealth, but it's just not happening.
So where exactly has playing by the rules gotten you?
If you can change your outlook, change some of your values, and change your rules, you'll find there's a whole other set of rules out there that are more conducive for people who want to be rich.
Financial expert, educator, successful investor, and best-selling author Robert Kiyosaki is about to give you the information you need to implement a realistic, achievable plan of building and growing wealth.
Kiyosaki is the New York Times best-selling author of, among other books, Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
To date, the series has sold 20 million plus copies worldwide. Today, Kiyosaki shares his revolutionary wisdom with you, just as his rich dad shared it with him.
It's information that can take you from working for money to your money working for you.
Information that can set you free.
The story of Rich Dad, Poor Dad is really a story of two different fathers with two different sets of values and completely different sets of advice. So I don't mean to insult anybody or, to damage your values, but really that was the difference. For example, my poor dad always said, go to school, get good grades, get a high-paying job, work hard, live below your means, save money, get out of debt, have a good retirement plan. And that was my poor dad's values. My rich dad said, you probably won't get rich doing that way because very few people get rich following that plan.
But you thought saving money made you money.
If you take a look at this 40-year run on the dollar is designed economically to lose money every single year. So why would you save something that loses money every year? And what this means for somebody on retirement plans is that after you retire, the value of your dollar goes down and your cost of living keeps going up. To my rich dad, that was bad advice and made no sense. Again, it was different values.
This goes against everything you've heard.
A very important diagram my rich dad showed me when I was a little boy was a diagram known as a cash flow quadrant. And the quadrant is made up of the 4 different people who make up the world of business. So my rich dad said, in the world of business, there's E's, and E's stand for employees. An employee, he says, you can always tell who they are by their core values. And what the employee, whether the president or the janitor of the company, will always say the same words. The words are, I'm looking for a safe, secure job with benefits. That's what makes them an employee, because their core values are security. The other one of the 4 is the S, or the small business owner or the self-employed. And again, their core values will cause them to use the same words, which are, if you want it done right, do it by yourself. S means they're also solo. They're generally one-person act, or they operate by themselves. On the right side of the quadrant are the B's. And what Rich Dad said the B stood for was big business, or like Bill Gates. Forbes defines big business as 500 employees or more. And their words are different. They said, I'm looking for a good system, a good network, and the smartest people I know to help run my business. So they're unlike the S. They don't want to run the company by themselves. They want smart people to run their companies for them. And then the fourth of the quadrant is the I, and I stands for investor. These are people who have money work hard for them. These people are people who have people work hard for them. And these are the people that work hard for the rich here. So early on in my life, it was my poor dad who always said to me, you know, Robert, go to school and so get a high-paying job. And so my poor dad's core value was to be an employee. He wanted job security, promotions, a steady paycheck, and all this. And so it was my rich dad who said to me, he says, you know, Robert, if you really want to be rich, learn to build businesses. It made more sense to him to work hard to build a business, something you owned, and something you could pass on for generation to generation to your kids. Whereas my poor dad said, work hard, but my rich dad said, why would you work hard for something you'll never own and you can get fired from right away? Again, that was the difference in values. So my rich dad suggested I learn how to be a business owner and learn how to be an investor. And that's one of the big differences. On this side of the quadrant, these people here work for security. They work for money also. On this side over here, their key value that they want is they want freedom. They don't want to have to work at a job anymore. They don't want to have to work for the rest of their lives. So the beauty of building a business and learning how to invest is very simply that this is passive income. You work hard for a few years, but possibly for the rest of your life, income keeps flowing to you.
Of all the businesses out there, which type do you choose?
One of the reasons I consider a direct selling business a perfect business is very simply because the company will work with you to get the business skills that make you rich. Always remember that it's not money that makes you rich, it's business skills. And that's why it's a perfect business. They'll take as long as you like to get the skills to make the money. And that's a lifetime skill thing. The other part about it is the low startup cost. You know, where else can you get in for under $500 and get these skills? For people who want to make the shift over to the B quadrant, which is what I would recommend for people, one of the beauties of a network marketing company is that you can do that for a very low price. And that's why I talk to people about considering network marketing. If you're to build a Microsoft, it would take you hundreds of millions of dollars. But a network marketing company allows you to start at a very low rate. They'll be patient with you. They'll take their time to transition over here. And the reason why that time is so important to most people is it takes time to change those values. And the most important thing is once you take the time, let's say it takes 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, whatever time it takes, once you see the value or the core values of this side and this side, you're unstoppable. Today, I would never go back and get a job. Why should I? I'd rather stay on this side, build companies, pay less taxes, and make more money. But the key is a person needs to change the values from my poor dad to the values of my rich dad. And that's one of the beauties of network marketing companies. They allow you the time, and at very low cost, they'll work with you to make that transition over there. The number one asset a person can build is build a business. That is the smartest thing you can do.
You've been told the corporate ladder is the surest route to your success.
Years ago, I decided not to follow the corporate ladder simply because, again, it was values. You know, my poor dad always said, go to school and get a high-paying job with the government or a big corporation. But my rich dad said, why would you work so hard at something you'll never own? You can't sell your job. You can't pass it on to your kids. So to me, it never made any sense. It made more sense to build my own business and hire other people. The other reason is that you really don't have much control if you're in the corporate ladder world. For example, you can get fired at any time, or today we have what's called M&As, or mergers and acquisitions, where another company buys another company. So you could be a great employee, but the company that buys your company just fires you.
Wait a minute. This sounds too good to be true. Like one of those get-rich-quick schemes.
It's not a get-rich-quick formula. You don't just do it overnight. It takes time. I still remember the first time I made that transition was back in 1978 when I fully quit my job and I had to depend upon my company that I was building to support me. So I understand the fear. The beauty, the most important thing to remember is this: there's two kinds of people in the world. There are the types that will say, you'll never make it. And I had a lot of people, a lot of friends and family saying that. You're stupid, don't do it. And the second type were the people that said, go for it, you can do it. Don't worry about it, we'll cover you. So the most important thing is support of friends and family. One of the beauties of a direct selling company is that they provide that personal support to you for as long as it takes you to make the journey from the left side to my rich dad side.
You always thought being self-employed was living the American dream.
One of the challenges of being self-employed is that you're your own boss. You're the solo act. Like in the S quadrant, you're the individual. You do it on your own. Whereas in the B quadrant, you're a team player. You have to depend upon your team and count on your team. So the problem with being an S is that, let's say you're in a traffic accident, there goes your income. And let's say you get older and you haven't set enough money aside to retire on, that means you'll probably have to work for the rest of your life because you don't have anybody else to fall back on, not a team to count on. So one of the problems with the S, although most people say it's the most satisfying of all work, it is a solo act, and you're totally on your own. Personally, I'd rather be a member of a team. You know, they can count on me and I can count on them.
It sounds like a smart move, but change, it's so difficult.
We all know the world has changed, but sometimes the hardest thing to change is ourselves. And being an old guy, I sort of know the older I get, I sometimes get more set in my ways. And I think that's one of the things that a direct selling business offers people, why it's the perfect business. They allow you to take your time to make the mental, emotional, and physical changes required to move from the left side to the rich dad side. And I think that's a big thing. It's a very gracious, it's a very elegant way, it's a patient way of supporting you in making the changes of your life. So please remember, change always creates upset, but sometimes we all know we have to make those changes. And if you know it's time for you to make that change, then the perfect business may be a direct selling business for you.
Direct selling. It is quite possibly the perfect business for you.
For more information, contact the person who gave you this video.
All right.
Okay, yeah.
Mhm.
That, and I have to say, being in what is it, Tava for the last year, everything that he says is absolutely true. A lot of people ask me, well, Danyelle, why haven't you created your own products? There's mainly two reasons. Number one, there's time and space of creating it and storing it and selling it and everything. And it's like, I know that I can do it. However, right now, I needed something that was going to fit into my core values of health and wellness, of helping myself and also helping other people. And they already have the systems already in place. I don't have to create the system as of right now. Pretty much it's like I try it, I share it. People see my transformation. They're always like, oh my God, you lost so much weight. What did you do? And I share it with them, and that's pretty much it. And like I said, it's a Black-owned company. That's what I loved. It's a Black-owned company. They support the crap out of me. and I'm supporting my other people. If there's a question I have, I can call corporate. If I need somebody to help me out with a training or understanding, I have distributors from all over the country that assist me. And also I like the support. I have people from across the country cheering me on, from even the smallest of celebration. So I like that. And I like the fact that, you didn't see the presentation earlier, everything is online. I can go straight to it. I can send it to you. I can talk you through it. There's constant training. And I finally get to use my skills and talents for myself. I've been using my marketing talents for other people for years, but now I get to actually promote myself and have that team, that support system. And I'm also learning how to create a support system like that for even my own business as well. So there's a lot of good benefits as to why like he said, to join an MLM, strictly for that support system, for the knowledge, for the support system. And it's not always money. You know, it's usually knowledge and support system that you can use and take it for what is it? Yourself. So that's one of the reasons why I love it. I just wanted to interject because he got the spirit of, oh, okay. I'm like, yeah, it's not always the money. It's the knowledge, and it's the knowledge and the support system.
All right. Cool.
And I was like, we got some beautiful boxes going here. Keisha, you do look gorgeous today. Extra glowy.
Thank you. And I feel good. I really, really feel good. Thank you so much. I feel good.
And I'm
And you look,
feeling good. Dun, dun, dun,
mm,
dun, 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 dun. Yeah,
Yes.
girl.
Being able to wake up with a smile on my face, you know, because some people don't. Like, so many people are going through so many different things. And I swear, I just count my blessings, and I'm just so thankful and grateful to be surrounded with some wonderful people. You know, I feel like I have a bright future ahead of me. You know, I'm just grateful and thankful, and that's it. Just today is just, I'm just gonna chill and relax today. Well, I'm on a call right now, but I prefer to be here. I ain't paying them no attention, but I'm all in over here.
That's so cool. So how was your weekend, dear, coming up into your Earth Day? And I'm gonna ask Mama Het too. Go ahead.
We had an event on Saturday. It wasn't like I thought it was gonna be, but it still was good. I still was thankful for the sales that we did make. You know, met some wonderful people. And yesterday was kind of just really relaxed. My girlfriend had a little get together at a hotel last night, so I went to that for about an hour and a half, and you know, came back home. Yeah.
That's cool. Good.
I
Mama,
didn't do no work.
huh?
I didn't do no work. No work. No work.
You know what? I was sitting here and I was working on something, and then and Philip had already gone to the gig, which is on every Sunday night, and it's live music and it's a jam session, and so I'm accepted totally freely to come up on stage anytime I want to and play my tambourine.
Okay.
And so yeah, so I went over there last night, and I forgot why I was telling you this. But the bottom line is just had a wonderful time. And then I have a sister that wants to join me on Friday for my Friday night kitchen thing in the Lizzie's Kitchen. And she's a Las Vegas kind of girl, and she's her name is Misty Love, and she sponsors or hosts many jam sessions and stuff like that. That's who she is, and she loves Las Vegas. So her whole thing is flashy, and you know, she likes having themes and stuff whenever she does gigs. And when she does, like she was at Birch for probably like at least 5 years. She was over at Powerhouse for probably another 5 years. And, you know, when it's Misty's name, people come. So, and she's like, girl, when she had come to the upstairs, the kitchen, and she was in love. And she's like, girl, we can make some money. I could cook. And that's what really, instead of me asking somebody to do it and talking them into it, I really wanted somebody to step up, which she did. Sheila last night, Sheila, and all music blasting and stuff. And she's talking, she can barely, her voice is, she had operation of voice and stuff. She can't really talk, but she was so excited that she was trying to yell it to me. So I'm like, okay. She said Friday, and because she is one of those that when people see her name, they come, and that's on the Motown level. She dates, or I think they're getting married and stuff. One of the, like all the different groups that are around, the Temptations, the all of them, she knows all of them. So anyway, I'm excited because she's a very down to earth, a very loving person. So I know her personality. I know matter of fact, she puts together the Detroit Music Awards every year.
Okay.
So in other words, she knows some people. Okay, that's all I'm saying. I got somebody that's gonna hustle with me on that end of just her name. And she's so down to earth. So I'm really excited about that from last night, right before I left. Yeah, boy. Yeah.
And speaking about that, I wanted to share this weekend being busy for me came out of fruition from the Elizabeth Conference. I actually belly danced, performed in Ohio, Toledo, Ohio, for a 67th birthday party this weekend from one of the vendors, Dr. Shiva Billions. And I don't know if you guys remember her, but she was actually in the crowd when I performed for the artist panel and was asking, all the professional questions about, charging and different things of that nature. She pulled together an excellent backyard birthday celebration for her mom, who celebrated 67. And also Love Rose was there doing head wraps. So this came out of fruition from what we did at the Elizabeth conference. And I was like, I have to say thank you, Mama Sheila, and to all the Elizabeths, because that is exactly what we wanted to happen, was to plant seeds and also, have people to actually use our gifts and talents, for everything, for whatever it is that we do. And I'm just like, wow, this happened. This really happened. And yeah, and I know more is going to continuously come out of it from the networking what is it that we do. So she's also interested in doing a girls' night, because Toledo's only 45 minutes away. That was a nice drive. And there's more possibilities for, more dancing, more yoni steams, more dowel or banner making. You know, like I said, there's more opportunity. This is not the end all be all. And yeah, I was thinking on my way back, I was so excited on the way back to Detroit, go to my second gig. I was like, oh wow, this just happened. Wow, this is what the Elizabeth is all about. Oh wow, okay. I see it. I get it. And I want to be able to share, I'll probably do a reel or a TikTok or something and share about how the networking like this is how it should go. And it's like, sometimes I feel like we like the Elizabeth, we like to keep it to ourselves, like it's a little tiny pearl. No, we need to let more people know. More people know. Let our network expand. Let the knowledge that we have, we share it, and we share it with other people, because we don't know how that's going to be a blessing and how that's going to impact other women's lives, other women's businesses, and different things of that nature. Because I see us growing, or AKA as they call it, scaling. I see us leveling up. I see us expanding and growing, and shifting into just shift the shift is what I see. I see it, and I feel it, So yeah, I'm definitely. This is encouraging me and my business for me to be about my business and do what I need to do for my business. So that's why I'm so glad that I had the conversation. I was like, okay, I got to get another pot. I got to get what is it? I got to get ready. I got to get my promotions together and uh start back doing what I love and what I'm passionate about. Just get it started. Just get it started. Everything else will come, but I'm ready. I'm ready. Shoot. You just don't know how a good 10,000 would help me right now. Actually, to be completely out of debt, good 50,000 would be great. And I'm like, if there's a way that I can get that a personal loan, be able to get that and be able to pay that off and continue to make more money and everything like that, I'm ready for it. I'm so ready. Like, honestly, let's talk about that. If a bank was to give you, let's say $25,000 right now, what would you do with it?
I have a list already ready for it.
Yeah.
That's right. My mentor used to say, if you don't have plans for your money, then somebody else is gonna have plans for your money. Like Neiman Marcus
That's
or
true.
Walmart, or you gotta have plans for your money. Like I got a list. If I become a millionaire, you gotta already know what are you gonna do with it. That's one thing that we lack sometimes. When you get the money, we say we want the money, but when you get it, what are you gonna do with it? What plans are you gonna have for that money? You gotta know. You gotta know.
Yeah.
Well, I have to,
Go ahead, Mama.
well, I was just gonna say I did have a large amount of money, and I do wish it was switched where I knew the Elizabeths first before, because I didn't spend it crazy, but I could have done better, and I realized that. And
Okay, so start over.
learn,
Start over.
learn.
Start over. If you had that money again right now, knowing with the knowledge that you have right now, what would you do with it? Do over.
I would definitely get a financial planner, somebody that, yeah,
Good for you.
financial planner, yeah.
Mhm.
But I
And
want to say, okay, go ahead.
that you have to forgive yourself also. You have to forgive yourself, because my younger brother father had left him a lot of money, over 500,000, a lot of money. And he was very young, and he really didn't know what to do. Like when you have money, you got all kind of vouchers just at you, different people from the bank, and he didn't know what to do. And his father put in his head, you're not gonna know why I'm giving you, you ain't gonna do nothing but mess up all my money, you ain't gonna do nothing. And he feels guilty because he did lose a lot of money, the stock market, different things like that. You get scared when you have money in the stock market, then you lose it. They had this crash, and then he pulled his money out. But a lot of times you can't get scared. You just have to let it sit. That's one of the things that we were taught when I was working at Chase. That don't just leave it there, because it's gonna grow back. Like you're gonna get it back. But if we're not properly educated, like we have to educate ourselves and educate our children and our children's children for financial literacy. We need to school ourselves. It's not everything about business is not fun, but you gotta know your numbers. Like you have to know your numbers. You gotta know your numbers.
Yes.
For
Well, I want
yourself. This is where we get in trouble, is that when people, this is what I realized when I had the restaurant. When people realize that you're not paying attention to your money, that's when they take advantage of you. When you don't know your money and you rely heavily on other people, they're watching, they know. That's where people start stealing from you and different things like that, because you don't know. So you have to know the basics. Like you have to learn it, because if you don't, people know you're not paying attention to your money, it can be a bad spiral.
Yeah. That's good talk right there. And Lakeisha, thanks for looking in this camera so that you were talking to us at the end.
I know, right? I realized that. My screen over here, my camera over here.
Mama Het.
You look good this weekend, Mama. I saw them pictures. Your daughter, she stole your face. I keep stealing these faces here. She stole your face.
so, it feels so, I don't know. I don't even have a word for it. It's just, I don't know. I don't know. It's amazing.
It was what was it, a family date?
I'll go into that in one moment. I just
Okay.
wanted to share, and thank you, Mama Evelyn. Thank you so much. I wanted to share that if you wouldn't have gone through what you went through, you wouldn't know what you know now about spending money. So don't, take the lesson that
Oh yeah, most definitely.
what Reverend Omani says. If sometimes you don't get what you say you want because you're not ready for that. You got to do it in incremental increases. I just wanted to say that. But this weekend was phenomenal. It was a learning experience. It was full of, my mother was definitely with me, hold your game face and all of that thing, whatnot. My girlfriend called me because of connections. Danyelle was speaking about that networking. Because of connections, my girlfriend called me because she knows what I do and how I do, and that I love what I do. So she called me for an event. She told me the name of the event. So when I get a name, I go right into study. I always do research. If I'm doing a dance, I'll sit down and break down the words, write down the words with my hands to understand what I'm working with. So studied, it was called Solid Gold. So I said, Solid Gold, that was a TV show, dance show, so I went in the full dance mode, right? Got my little outfits. I wanted certain outfits that we had in costuming, but things have happened and people were busy. So I didn't get what I wanted, but I did have, you always got what you need. So I was like, hey, you got stuff in the toe. So stop, tripping. Don't sweat the small stuff. So I put the outfits together. Isis and I show up for the event. And when we were talking, the chairperson or the president, she was like, I don't know about these girls coming to dance now. They're talking about me in front of me, and saying, well, I didn't hire. And I said, well, maybe we're surprised. She said, no, ain't no surprises because I'm paying for this. So I'm keeping my face together. Because somebody, the face drop and you like, what? WTF. So my girlfriend said, well, she was instructed to do what she did. No, she didn't just say, okay, I'm pulling these people in and we're going to do this, that, and the other. And so we were there to be the crowd engagement team, to keep the people excited about dancing and moving, right? So Isis and I put on our outfits, honey. We stood at the door, welcomed the guests in. We were very well received. And the president came out and looked at us. She said, I think Isis was saying that you guys are clashing with the decor because it's black and gold. Now, black and gold, this is the napkin. The napkin says Solid Gold. It does not say black and gold. And entertainers, you want to stand out because you're different from the group. You don't want to dress like your attendants. I mean, that's so anyway. So they told us, they said, no, they said when they said that we were clashing, they asked us to go stand where the people were gathered to take the food in. So again, Isis and I are still having conversations with the guests and everything. And so they told us, they said, ladies, we're going to let you all go ahead and go home and you can, have the night off. We'll still pay you and we'll see you tomorrow. Now, they had other dancers that the president knew about. They were leading them in line dance, which is hustle, right? Because they knew all the hustles they would teach. My girlfriend said nobody got up to engage with them because they didn't have that encouragement. Okay. So next day, Saturday, we had to go to, that was at the Renaissance. Then we had to go to the Rooster Tail for crowd engagement. So they told us, I got a full understanding of what this thing is about. It's a black and gold theme. It wasn't black and gold theme Saturday. So they told us it was a cocktail dress event. So we followed suit. We dressed like cocktail dresses and whatnot and everything. So we get there and they looking us up and down. What are you here for? Why are you here? What dances? What kind of dance? They asked about 60, 70 times. Okay. So I said, well, where's Miss Joy? Oh, they're not here. The two people we contact with, our contact person, weren't there. So we went and sat in the lounge and sat down. I said, let me get up and just go check in and see what's going on because nobody came and said anything to us. young lady, we walked out. I walked out of the lounge and said, okay, we're here, you know, and the lady from Friday was there. So Miss Joy, she told us, okay, well, and the one that who organized the Saturday event, she says, now what kind of dancing are you gonna do? What do you mean dance? What do you mean dance? What is dance? What are you doing? I said crowd engagement, to keep the crowd encouraged to be up and enjoy the music and whatnot. So again, my mother, keep that smile on your face. Turn up your Then we told them, okay, so we were ready. We said, okay, we're ready to start. And I said, well, where can we put our things? You know, they were saying, you can put your things under the table on the floor. Okay, I found a cabinet and everything. You can't sit down because all our tables are reserved. I was okay with all of that. Still getting treated like boo-boo the fool. Anyway, by the end of the night, they was hugging and kissing us, thanking us for coming, okay?
I know that's right.
I love dance, and the women that were attending, they were very receptive. You know, we would go up to the table. If I saw somebody wiggling in the seat, I would say, come dance with me. So we had a good time. I felt like I was partying with my mother and father. There was a band there. I think they were called I got the name in my bag, but they were really good. They did a lot of Motown sounds, and I mean, they tore it up. So we had a good time.
I know how you feel about them ancestors being with you, because like I said, Saturday for me was emotional. I went to a memorial service before I went to 2 birthday parties, and then there's just a lot of stuff going on, just going on, and it's like the whole time I'm keeping my composure because I can't have tear eyes going to go perform. So it's like I want to cry. I was like, no, hold up, especially for the memorial service. The memorial service was for a gentleman. So basically, you know how you get people, you have your blood family, and then you have your adoptive family. You have like families that you just get adopted into. Bonus family. So the Hackett family is actually my bonus family. There's a man named Harold Hackett that adopted me as his niece. Business wise, this is where I saw the fruition of an idea go from a napkin, conceptual on a napkin, to actually being full blown. I've seen the whole process. And when you see that and you're a part of that, and you see that, you really know that anything is possible. Any and everything is possible. And so, you know, at 65 years old, you know, this is my uncle, this is Uncle Dad. You know, he became uncle, you know, but my dad wasn't in my life. He became that father figure, business figure, all of that. Well, his family came along with it. His wife at the time, his kids, his brother, his nieces, and like we've all became a hodgepodge of a bonus family. Well, his brother passed away a month ago, and they just happened to have the memorial service on the same day that I had 2 gigs. I'm like, Lord, how I'm gonna get this done? But luckily it was at 3, and everything else was like 6 and 8, and it worked itself out perfectly. But I'm sitting here and I'm like, I can't get teary-eyed. One thing I loved is the fact that, you know, I think I had my cry yesterday. After everything was all said and done. But, you know, give your acknowledgement. I learned you need to give your acknowledgement to people now. You know, Donnie was he was a complex man, and I'm glad I'm not the only one that said that. They talked about the good, the bad, and the crazy. And they actually said, you know, that was just a part of his personality. And, you know, this man did a lot of good that I had no idea. I just know the stories of, you know, the eccentrics of it all. And like it was good to see my family. It was West Richard could have been on better terms. Couldn't stay for the whole thing because they started 30 minutes late. The musician showed up 30 minutes late. How you gonna show up 30 minutes late to a memorial service? Like, that's just rude. Just
But
wrong.
life, Danyelle, but life.
I know. I'm sorry, I was trying to be on a timeline. But no, I actually had to leave early because I had to get on the road and be at my other places at the right time. But it was good to see family, and like I said, we need to make sure. Saturday was a day of celebration. That's how I look at it. I went to 4 celebrations, 4, and they were all different stages, different celebrations of life. And I was like, you know, I'm thankful and grateful for all of them. all of them, but I definitely want to make sure I celebrate my people's lives like now, every aspect of it. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's the smallest minute thing, you got to sell today. Let's celebrate. You got, you that dance and that dance. Oh my God, that dancing helped for me. It helped so much. I know I was there to bring joy to these other people's celebrations, but I got a chance to be outside, be barefoot, and be grounded. And that dancing helped me out so much. Like, just like I was like, I got home and I felt better. And I'm like, I feel good. I'm not worried. I'm not stressed out. I'm not because that helped me. So it's like you helping facilitate other people and encourage other people, it actually helps energize and reciprocate back to you. And I'm just like, oh wow. Oh wow. It was like wow, wow, oh wow. So yeah, I'm excited for us. I'm so excited for us. I'm excited for the Elizabeth. I'm ready to grow and scale and learn and move to the next level. You know, want
You
to be
know,
like Lakeith.
you know what was funny is that when you said that you were going to Toledo, I was like, oh, you shouldn't have to go by yourself, and I was going to go with you. I said, unless I get some gigs. So when I read that you had a couple of gigs, I was laughing because I had 2 gigs in one day too. So that just was like a drop in the water and spread out like really wide.
But
that
you
we're
know what? I'm glad that I went. I'm glad that I went by myself because it gave me good 45 minutes to an hour to just talk to God.
yeah, for
I,
sure.
I enjoyed it. Usually I'm on the phone talking, but I was like, like no, you and I need to have a conversation. You and
Right.
I, I loved it. I'm like the drive wasn't bad at all. I'm thankful. Let's put it like this. I am so thankful and grateful. First of all, I even had the opportunity to take the position because
Mm-hmm.
for back in the day, years, I was in such a struggle mode. Either I didn't have a vehicle or I had a vehicle that couldn't make that particular trip. You know what I'm saying? So I'm
Right.
thankful and grateful that I had a vehicle that was gassed up, that was, had the tires were on right, the oil was good, the gas.
Those
I'm thankful and grateful. Like we were able to make that trip with no problems. I'm so very happy about that. So I don't have to hesitate about whether or not I'm gonna need to take this gig or
right.
not. No, we can just do it. I was thankful for that. I was thankful for my tripod because I got my video. You best to believe I got my content. I got me dancing. We gonna both gigs. So I'm like, I didn't need nobody. Like, yes, you want that companionship. Yes, I know I was protected. Everywhere I go, I shared my location with those that needed to know my location. So they knew my arrival time. They knew where I was at. They could see where I was at. So I was protected. Now we got different levels of protection,
Mm-hmm.
unlike what we had last time. I needed that time to myself. I needed to set up, and it's like what to do, what to pack, what to have, you just know everything. So I'm like, it was good, and like I said, I made an impact. I created memories for people. I, you know, shared my talent with new and different people and they loved it. Mama had the second party, you would have loved it. It was a 50th birthday party. It was a house party in Grosse Pointe. First of all, she didn't look like she was 50. Second of all, she didn't move like she was 50. Third of all, they was playing old school house music. When the daughter was asking me, what song are you dancing to? I'm sitting here like, I don't know. I have no idea. Spirit was like, you know what? You need to go dance to Tell Me All About It, the remix by the Natalie Cole remix.
Right. Yeah.
Baby, I
Yeah.
could when I heard the music was the house music from like the late 90s, 80s and the early 90s, I was like, oh, she came up to me. She's like, that was the perfect. When I was thinking about, because I didn't have no contact with the birthday girl. It was her daughter that I was talking to, on my way and everything like that. And the mother was like, oh my God. She's like, I was thinking about that song. I was hoping you would come out to dance to that song. And it's funny because a lot of people will look at me and be like, how would you even know about that song? So so my belly dance mother, Miss Stephanie Carr, which I gotta have her come on the
Favorite.
show. That is her favorite song by which
Yeah.
to dance to, and
Yeah.
teaches her students how to dance. We dance the techno, we dance the house. I love the dance. Period. The energy of this place. These people were dancing. It was packed, and they were. I love that energy as a dancer, being able to come to a place where there is already there. They were open, they were receptive, they loved it. They absolutely loved it. And I'm like, okay, so that's how I know that song because of my teacher. And
Right.
it was the perfect song. Um, what is it? By which to dance to. And I'm like, the person that referred me was there. So it was good to see her and everything. And it was magical. I just say it was absolutely, absolutely magical. And
I,
I'm go ahead, Mama.
I was just gonna say, I really gotta share this. I'm like busting at the seams. So while we were in the lounge as the night was growing, an older sister came in. She had a cane and everything. And the mirrors at the rooster tail, they're the full um length of the room
Wall,
and width. They
wall, see.
changed the lounge. So it looks more like a 7. So when I was sitting down, one of the older sister, she had a cane, but she had it folded up. She ran into the mirror like she was seeing her little girl self. She was like, "Oh, I can walk without my cane." And I got up. I said, "Baby, we got to get a selfie." I said, "I got to get a selfie of you." I said, "We're gonna take this." But I held the phone, but it was a picture of her. Yeah. And that moment for me with her, that just really set my world on fire that night. It made all what I went through so worth it to watch her be in joy. And I know she saw her little girl sing. She was almost, how they run through the meadow, the little girl run through the meadow with her balloon. She had that. I got to witness that moment with her in the mirror. That was so phenomenal. Because some women don't look in the mirror. They'll get ready in the morning, but they don't look deeply into themselves. So that dive that you were talking about, Danyelle, about, the other women and their expression. Because I noticed in the video, the one elder sister, I don't know which party it was, where she put on the belt and she was dancing with you. Oh my God.
That was the birthday girl. That was the birthday girl. And then I found out from Dr. Shiva, her mother had major surgery in December for colon cancer. And she lost like a significant amount of weight, and she looked good. Girl,
Honey,
she had that hair wrap on and she was there. It was her birthday. It's like, come on, let's dance. Let's dance. I
she was
always dance with the birthday people. When it's their birthday, no, you're gonna get up and dance, you're gonna get up and move. And that was just a little clip. Like I still got my stuff to actually, cut down and settled up and everything and show
yeah.
people like this is what I do, this is what I dance. And like I said, I loved how the day played out because I got a chance to there was a family gathering, had to stop by family gathering, couldn't stay long, had enough to drink a glass of water, show my face, say I love each every last one of you. And I got to get on. I got to get a paid gig. Got to get on the road. It was. It felt great. It just felt great. It felt great to celebrate, and that's the thing that I realized. I'm like, we just don't celebrate. We don't celebrate enough, and I want to bring more of that celebration back. Period.
Yeah, I had a
Period.
hard finding the third person for Saturday. I was calling my team. I called my team members and they were like, "Oh, Hen, I got something to do. I can't make it." I called my girlfriend from work. She just turned 70. She got ready. She said, "Miss House, now it's glad." I said, "Listen, this is how my world is sometimes." That baby got ready in 45 minutes and was ready when I got there to pick her up. And that was the team. It was 21, 58, and 70 on the dance team. Okay.
All right.
My girlfriends move and groove. Okay. I got friends that are 70 and friends that are 65 that are moving and grooving. You want to know how to stay young? Keep you some young people in your camp. Okay. 70 and 5 years old. Thank you, Sheila and Queen. I got to talk to both of y'all all the time. It's 2 of y'all in there. Thank you to Nawili and Mama Ayaba and Sister Howard that doing things, moving. Mama Evelyn, you too, get up. Listen, I remember we were at Nawili's birthday party. Mama Evelyn was getting it. I said, "Listen, come on, I got a group of." That's what's important is our movement and our motion through business, through physical activity, physically and spiritually. And then having a supportive partner who Baba was our magic school bus chauffeur, got us to, it was really special. This weekend was really, really good. I slept all day yesterday.
I didn't I didn't sleep yesterday. I went to the river. I had some river work to do. And that baby being at that river, being at that water, It felt so freaking good. Like it just felt great. I was like, you know what? I need, and it's big because I know I have a stream by my house that I needed big, I need the mamas. I need the mamas. I needed the river. And it was just absolutely, I was telling Sheila earlier, having the knowledge without the notebook is absolutely, absolutely amazing. Like I knew exactly what to get. I knew exactly what to do. And it felt so great. Like I feel like I'm not timid no more. I'm definitely stepping into um, my power of just being and doing. And that's like it's a good feeling. It's a good feeling. I'm like, and then I end up going to Eastern Market to meet up with Sister Hakima. I am shining. She's the one that got the wrap skirts. And I was wearing one of her skirts because I wore her skirt yesterday. Her skirt was my skirt. Her skirt was my cover up. It was dressed up, dressed down, everything. And I was thinking about her, and that's a potential another social media client for me because she's doing fabulous, and she's got some fabulous good stuff too. And I told Sheila her stuff is lightweight, it's colorful, it fits everybody, it looks beautiful. And one of the things that I want to do with her is I would love to get one of those small carry-on bags and small carry-on suitcases and just be like fill her up for like a week's worth of clothes. And because the stuff is so lightweight, and then just be beautiful for like the whole week off of her and conversation pieces. I'm gonna need some conversation pieces with her sarongs to be my hair wraps and my cover ups and my vests and all this other stuff. And I'm like, I want to travel and take pictures in their stuff. So like, yeah, you could wear this stuff anywhere and pack a small suitcase and not weigh it down and just be absolutely adorned and gorgeous. So I'm like, and then after that, I stopped by Lakeisha's house because I had to get some more deodorant. I don't know how my deodorant opened up in my bag, but what little bit was there, what is it, wasted? So I'm like, I need some more deodorant. I can't be out here in the streets smelling it. So I stopped by Lakeisha's and I saw her and got my deodorant. Got in a beautiful bag too. I love this bag, by the way. And she also blessed me too. I got a gift. So I got my deodorant. Yay. And she gave me this beautiful journal here. And we thought it was just a regular journal. And this is actually a fitness journal. And it's like, I love it because it says, like, today I'm grateful for, I'm going to start using mine today. My goal to live a fit life is, and fitness can also mean mental too. I'm like, I'm going to get some meditation. I'm going to get some praise on. I'm going to get some dance on. The one thing I appreciate about my strong bod is, and I love this because she didn't know what she gave me. And I'm like, as a fitness journal, I like this because you know what? I do want to build more muscle. So I'm like, I need to stop talking about it and start doing it. And that's exactly what we're going to do. So I was like, oh, I'll get to be a blessing to somebody else. And I got blessed. I'm like, thank you, Lakeisha. Thank you.
Yeah, I thought it was more, I'm always in business mode. So I thought it was like, it said, believe in yourself. And then it was like, I'm grateful for. So I thought it was more like, inspirational. You write your goals down for the day and your accomplishments. That's what I really thought it was. But I thought about you and I just wanted to bless you. And, we could always, I believe in writing it down. I'm grateful for this. I'm grateful for that. It just seemed like it's biblical. Like it's just something to it when I write the things down, when I write my affirmations down. It just seemed like it manifests a lot faster.
It does, but doesn't the Bible
Me.
says, write the vision down and make it plain?
Yes, that is definitely.
So
Mama Evelyn's hand is up.
I just want to acknowledge, I don't know whether you guys saw it in the WhatsApp, Ebony is going to be nominated
Yes, I just
as the health and housing chairperson at the NAACP. Yay.
yes.
And anybody that can come, she would love that. Yeah, tomorrow, I don't know. I will definitely attempt and see how the day goes, because this is RJ's birthday week. So yeah. Today's RJ's birthday too, Lakeisha.
Okay, happy birthday. Happy birthday. That's amazing. Awesome.
All right, Queens. It is 10:00:00:00. 10 0 0 0 0. 0. And who we have not heard doggone thing from is Ebony and Lolly. You want to say something before we cast off into the rest of this wonderful day?
Well, Grand Rising, it's a Monday. It's a great Monday.
Mhm.
And start your week off how you want to live your life strong, powerful, confident, and wise. Yes, today's a great day.
Ashe.
Ashe.
Ebony.
I just want to thank you, ladies. You're so powerful. Your energy is magnetic. I am so excited for the day. I am just like in awe of myself, of everyone. And I just want to thank you, ladies, for being your authentic selves and showing up for yourselves because you keep me encouraged.
Ashe.
So go into the day, milk it, and I can't wait to see you guys if you can make it. Yes, later on tonight. I am excited and anxious and a lot of things because I just want to climb up into myself and not be seen, but it's definitely time for me to be seen.
That's
So,
right, girl. That's right.
Yeah.
So you guys got me encouraged to be seen. Lakeisha and her beautiful face. I'm about to get the glowing. And Danyelle and Mama Het with their energy and their movements. I'm gonna flow and I'm gonna bring my queen energy, like Queen Aduni and Mama Evelyn, and I'm gonna shine my voice like Lolly. And I'm just excited for us all. Like we are each other's keepers, and I love it.
So Ebony, that self in you, that self in you, there's that one that does want to be seen and heard. Just tell her to come up. The rest of them go sit down and be quiet and let her do her thing because she know what.
And watch her work. Just sit down and watch her work, okay?
I will. I will.
Yeah.
You're gonna do the do.
Do the do.
Oh, good show, Danielle. Oh, right off the cuff, hug the world. And sprinkle all the wonderful rainings of blessings, showers of blessings. Happy birthday
To ya. Happy
birthday to you.
Happy
birthday.
Mwah, bless you all. Have a fantastic day on purpose.
Yes, yes.
All right. You guys have a great day. And like Queen Aduni said, miff it. Make it great today.
Miff it.
Miff it.
Myth.
Make it fun.
All right, peace out.